Let's talk about the worst umpire in the history of Major League Baseball. But before we get into this great video on the umpire Angel Hernandez, I need you to subscribe to the Baseball too and like this video. From the Associated Press. Now we know, if you're a baseball fan, if you know an umpire's name, you know that that guy made a call that was bad against your team. But there's only one umpire that is nationally known to multiple sports, and really he is the epitome of incompetence, and that is veteran umpire Angel Hernandez. Now, Angel had been out for a while. He'd been out on some kind of injury situation. He recently came back in his first game back, he blew a call. Oh, shock there. Might as well get into mid-season form in the first game. But here's from the Associated Press. This happened during the week. Umpire Angel Hernandez loses again and again in lawsuit versus MLB when appeals court refuses to reinstate his case. And from New York, AP, umpire Angel Hernandez lost again in his racial discrimination lawsuit against Major League Baseball when a federal appeals court refused to reinstate his case on Tuesday. The Second Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals upheld a 2021 district court decision that granted MLB a summary judgment. Cuban-born Hernandez, hired as a big league umpire in 1993, sued in 2017. He alleged he was discriminated against because he had not been assigned to the World Series since 2005 and been passed over for crew chief. Geez, I wonder why. One of the worst umpires, like I said, in the history of baseball. Quote, Hernandez has failed to establish a statistically significant disparity between the promotions rate of white minority umpires, the Second Circuit Court said in an 11-page decision. They've probably seen his calls. MLB has provided persuasive expert evidence demonstrating that during the years at issue, the difference in crew chief promotion rates between white and minority umpires was not statistically significant. Hernandez offers no explanation as to why MLB statistical evidence is unreliable. The decision was made by circuit judges Susan L. Carney and Stephen J. Menish, who heard oral arguments on June 8th. The court said the third member of the panel, Circuit Judge Rosemary S. Pooler, died last Thursday. Oh, that's not good. Oofa. That's terrible. Hernandez claimed then MLB executive Joe Torre, who made key decisions over umpires, held animosity toward Hernandez dating to Torre's time as New York Yankees manager. Quote, Hernandez has failed to show that the criteria Torre used in making crew chief promotion decisions caused the existence disparity between white and minority crew chiefs, the panel wrote. Hernandez has made no showing that Torre harbors a bias against racial minorities. Nicholas R. Craig, Hernandez's lawyer, did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. Hernandez could ask the full New York-based Second Circuit to rehear the case or the U.S. Supreme Court to review it. Hernandez, who turned 62, served as an interim crew chief from 2011 to 2016. Carolyn Danley became the first black crew chief in 2020, and Alfonso Marquez became the first Hispanic crew chief born outside the United States that same year. Richie Garcia, who was born in Florida, was the first Hispanic crew chief from 85 to 89. Hernandez has been controversial on the field at times. He had 3 calls at first base overturned in video reviews during Game 3 of the 2018 AL Division Series between the Yankees and Boston. At times, it's all the time. He's one of the worst umpires behind the plate. He's one of the worst umpires around the bases. He needs to stay away from as many big games as possible. He should never be allowed to do any primetime games in terms of the big teams. You should never umpire against and games against any team that has any playoff aspiration. I hate to say it, because he will cost your team a win. And this is his pattern of behavior for many, many years since he's been in the league. I mean, you can write in the comments section a game that he blew against your team. I can tell you a game from 1998 It was the last game before the All-Star break. The Mets were playing the Braves in Atlanta. The outfielder threw the ball into home plate to finish the game. I believe Michael Tucker came into home plate on Mets catcher Mike Piazza. Piazza tagged him, and it was so significant in terms of the play. The Mets had a chance to go into extra innings in that game, finish off the first half on a high note. That game probably cost them the division, possibly. You never know. And after the game, when Tucker was called safe at the plate, Piazza, of course, went crazy. Former Met manager Bobby Valentine went crazy. Mets reliever John Franklin went crazy. But after the game, Piazza showed the media his pants from the spike that hit him when Tucker dove into the plate, went in feet first. So those spikes hit him first before he touched the plate, and he was already tagged. There was never a moment that in all the years Mike Piazza played for the New York Mets was he as livid as he was on a play on the field. We saw it with Guillermo Moto, but not like this. This was something that against the Mets and against the team that he played for. And who was the umpire in that game? Angel Hernandez. I felt at the time, and I think a lot of people felt, that he just wanted to go home. And he was going to call him safe no matter what because he wanted to go home. They were at the All-Star break. He just wanted to get out of there. That's the one thing I've learned about watching Hernandez. The later the game gets, the quicker he is to getting out of there. So, well, you let me know what you think about this video, of course. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut too. Leave comments in the comments section about how horrible Angel Hernandez is. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.